Good morning, almost afternoon. In fact, we're on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. Second trade in at the moment. Sorry for the late start to this trading session recording. We've already executed one signal off of that stall signal I'm going to discuss shortly for an $8,500 gross return and a $3,500 profit. We're in our second trade at the moment, which was executed shortly after the retracement was over, according to ITM Saturn PRO stall signal. We'll just go back to the chart shortly to take a closer look at that stall signal. But essentially, the second trade has now gone in after that stall signal was generated, which essentially means a retracement is going to happen, which, as you saw, went up straight after the stall signal. And a powerful decline after the retracement is almost always assured in such stall signals, which are essentially negative pin bars. Negative pin bars in a bearish context almost always mean, with a very high probability of success, that price will stall for a little bit, retrace around, and then go sharply in the direction that it currently is going in, which is bearish. That's exactly what's happened here. We waited for the retracement to finish. We took the first trade at the stall signal, which completed just under the first retracement bar in the money, of course, for that first $3,500 net profit. And the second signal was taken immediately after the retracement had pierced the 23.6%, leading to a very comfortable short trade here, a low put option on the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. That trade now has a minute and 11 seconds left to expiry. It is comfortably in the money, just hovering around that range, around the open for the day, according to the broker. Here, using FX Prime as demos to use ITM Saturn PRO via MetaTrader 4. We have 58 seconds remaining in this trade, and it should essentially be expiring in the money. We're seeing a bit of a retracement there, but the momentum is fairly strong going towards the short side here. Don't worry, we are going to be executing a third trade here live on the Euro Japanese Yen shortly after this one is complete, just so I can demonstrate ITM Saturn PRO again in a live context without a recording that's already started with a trade here. So we have 30 seconds remaining. I'm just going to let this trade go through to expiry because we're in maximum exposure at the moment. I've executed a trade worth $5,000. That's keeping me at maximum exposure, so I can't execute any more trades until this one has expired, either in or out of the money. Looks like it is going to be expiring in the money very comfortably, since it's now breached the open for the day and is now retracing at the open again. The trade having been taken for a second time off of the same stall signal that was shown by ITM Saturn PRO with the little green arrow we saw earlier. And here we have an expiry in the money. So we're just going to wait for this to expire and go through to the Euro Japanese Yen shortly, where we will execute a third trade live, showing you analysis on that chart immediately as the analysis shows up. So let's open Euro Japanese Yen here and have a look at what we have. Now, price is currently in a bearish context, and as you can see, it is heading towards ITM Saturn PRO's 50% and 61.8% retracement targets. Now, we're going to choose a target here to possibly go for a touch or no touch option, and that target, my favorite, being the 61.8%, since it is the most reliable target. And if you look at the momentum the price is escalating at the moment, it is steaming towards the 61.8% very, very fast. So this indicates that we're probably going to hit the 61.8% before a retracement. The 61.8% price is just around the target price offered by the broker here of 140.753. So we're going to go in for a touch option. As you can see, that second trade has now successfully expired in the money, netting yet another $3,500 profit. And here we are essentially trading a correction, which is opposite to the current momentum, which is bearish, but the correction is very likely to go retrace all the way up to the 61.8% shown by ITM Saturn PRO. This is an automatically calculated high probability retracement. And as you can see, it coincides with reversal level number 1. Okay, just stepping back in here now, and the trade is still in execution. The 38.2% was breached in the last snippet that we just recorded for you while we're still in the session. And now it's gone ahead and attempted to pierce the 50%. Since the momentum through to the 50% was so strong and that bounce off of it is fairly minuscule, we're now even happier to say that this will now be going straight towards the 61.8% next, according to ITM Saturn PRO. The target at 61.8% is 0.736, and the touch price offered to us is just about a pip above that. So since that piercing is very close to completion, we're most likely going to be touching and expiring in the money here. So I just thought I'd come back in While we're still in the session, show you how the trade is panning out. We're currently off of the 38.2 that was breached before. It is now hit the 50% and is not rebounding strongly at all. So we're bound to see a traversal straight through the 61.8%, which is just a pip off of our touch target, indicating that we'll be expiring in the money here very shortly. So stay tuned, and I'll be back just before price is about to hit our target, just to save you some time here on this session. We're still going to be recording a few minutes before that expiry. Okay, we're back again. We have 7 minutes and 28 seconds remaining in this trade. Price has now pierced the 61.8% retracement, but is looking at some strong support at the 50. Therefore, we are still very well in this trade right now with 7 minutes to go, and the reversal levels have still got some retracements to happen around them right now. Look at price going straight towards the 61.8. It's already hit them, and our target is just above where it's pierced next. Since momentum is still pretty strong, with ITM Saturn PRO showing a 100% high call option probability, there we go. We've traversed right through the 61.8 with 6 minutes remaining on this trade, and we'll be hitting our target very, very soon for a successful $3,600 trade. That's just price expiring there, hence the little red there. $3,600 net return on a gross return of $8,600 for a fine one-touch trade here on the Euro-Japanese yen. So we've got 3 trades that we've completed successfully with well over $10,000 in profit. Thank you.